Hello, this is a demo of GRM. This is a proof of concept of a collaboration platform for the AI era. So let me explain what it does. Let's start from the problem. You're a developer, let's imagine. You have a task to add a new functionality to GSM service and deploy it to production. GSM service is just a random service. You vaguely know what the service does, but you need to know more about the service to be able to complete the task. And your options are: first, ask a colleague to explain what the service does. Second, read the documentation about the service. And there are some potential problems. Potential problem with the colleague option. First, the colleagues or team of colleagues who developed GSM service left the company, and you essentially have nobody to ask. And your current colleagues don't really know much about the service. Second potential problem, you don't know exactly who from your colleagues has the best knowledge about GSM service. And potential problems with the documentation option. Information and documentation for GSM service can be stored in many places: Confluence, README, Slack, video demos, documents on OneDrive, SharePoint, Trello, Miro, Jira, Notion, etc. Those data sources have search functionality. Some search is smarter than others, but it's usually a huge job to gather a comprehensive view of a service, and even a harder job to find an answer to a particular question using documentation. So what can be a solution? What if we can have a colleague who knows everything about the organization? So let's switch to GRM. So this is GRM. If you go to the website, you will see that page. That's also available as an application standalone on your desktop. So here is the AI, essentially the colleague who knows everything about your organization. And you can ask a question to that colleague. So let's imagine the situation. You faced with some acronym that you don't know what it means. For example, GSM service is a good service. So it stands for that. Let's ask GRM, what does it mean? What does it mean? Let's ask an array. So it finds another acronym, but says that it does not have a meaning in that context. So it doesn't know what it means, and that makes sense. Let's ask people what does it mean. So you can actually ask people from here. You can type here a room or a person. So rooms is like a channel where you can ask people, and messages is for asking one-to-one particular person. And also you can ask in rooms and messages from there. But let's copy that question and ask ourselves in a room. What does that mean? It might take a second to appear there. Yeah, it appears there. So let's imagine that another colleague comes and answers the question. Means GSM service is a good service. Okay, let's post it. Yeah, so it processed, and now you have an answer to your question. But also not only you, but AI also now knows that, as AI was a part of that conversation. If you come back to the AI and ask the same question again, let's just type the acronym and click ask. It now knows that that stands for GSM service is a good service. And that actually really good, because now we was able to train our AI based on the conversations we have. And here you can see that the conversation, if we have here an AI, then AI will read all that conversation and teach itself based on the answers and replies. It's also true about the pages. So pages is like documents where you can write, for example, how to deploy a GSM service, or list of acronyms. Everything is like Confluence, and AI as well will know that, and you can it can give you links to that documentation and can direct you to some parts of the documentation, etc. But some parts should be private, and for that there is messages. And if actually a room doesn't have AI also will not have access to that conversation. So there can be something private. So by default, messages doesn't have an AI, and it will be private. And rooms does have an AI, but you can remove it, and it also will be private. So that's it about the pages, rooms, and messages. And there is also a calendar where you can schedule an event, and the AI also will know about that. Also, it will be as a next steps, that platform will have an ability to connect external data sources like Git repositories, which AI will also can read and answer questions based on some code, readmes, etc. And some services like Confluence, for example. Also, as next step for that platform, it would be really great to implement on-call help. So, for example, here you also you now only can answer, you only can ask questions about the so you now you only can type the question. But what if you need help straight away? For example, you can call the AI, share your screen, and AI will see what you see on the screen. And if you need help, you can ask AI to explain you something, and it will feel much more natural and like a conversation with a person, rather than messaging to some remote person AI or whatever. So this is it about the platform. If you find it interesting, this is a POC stage right now. It has some functionality, but obviously not really ready. But AI is working, and yeah, it's really interesting concept. So if you like it, please leave a comment, thumb up, and subscribe to our channel. Thank you for listening. Bye bye.